Ja, ikke sant. Bare det at den ikke klarer å se
Yes.
Skal vi starte? Okay, and which camera is it streaming?
Can you see? Yeah. Cool. It works at least.
At least, so it works on yours.
Yes.
Should we just?
But now it's the question if we can connect the camera, that camera, to my. Can I try to connect to my laptop?
If we just switch the.
No, you use your.
Okay.
You connect to the. Den greia.
Ja.
Jeg kan bare connecte til kamera der.
Du kan det, ja?
Yes.
Ja,
Så
okay.
vi bare bruker kamera. Så nå, hvilken er det? Kamera, ja.
Det må jo være den oransje.
Oransje.
Altså,
Laptop. Kan jeg prøve å bruke det?
Jeg tror du skal bruke den, ja.
Og jeg har ikke vanlig. Marte, har du hub til Mac-en? En hub. Jeg har ikke USB. Yes, it is live, but it's from my computer. So we couldn't use that camera, so everyone can see the audience. Doesn't matter. Then we use the opposite. We use this. It takes some time. It's a short, yes. It's a short delay between.
I was going to say that something is happening. I'm not in country today.
So can people online see that?
No, they will see.
Right. Okay. If you turn it on.
No, we're. Oh, this is getting.
Yes, people will not see that one. Yes, you are right.
See where?
We need to be able
To use the camera.
Yeah, won't we?
Well, but you are connected. But Lars, you are connected to the camera, so you can use that.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Let's play with the camera.
Yeah.
Let's play with the camera.
I think we're good. Because this has nothing to do with the soup, right? This is just stands over right next to it. With the camera there. It's just then for the rest.
I stopped streaming from mine.
Okay, So I started streaming, and then on Zoom I've started recording.
And one more thing. Vi må dra indikativ
Ja.
den där helt. Drar den så, och hvis du klikker den ut.
There we go. And then it's gonna center, and then the only thing is now I have to. Why is so it's working on the stream, but now it's not on Zoom anymore.
Start video. Jag OBS videokamera.
Yeah.
Nothing. Fordi vi bruker noen kamera for streaming,
Ja.
men ikke for Zoom. Så hvis jeg prøver å bruke Zoom på den i dag, og bare snu.
And they, but the sound for de lyden de Zoom-deltakerne får de da lyden
Gjennom passord.
ja, og ikke
Med den lyden.
altså streamen er mindre viktig.
Mindre viktig.
Ja.
Hvis den er mindre.
Remus? Yeah. So we're not able to do both. Now the stream is okay. But now the
Zoom
doesn't work anymore.
Okay, but the Zoom is the most important.
Yeah.
No, so we can see the whole room, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
the stream is fine, but the people on Zoom, they can't see. They have to follow the stream then, and they can't participate.
Why can't you turn your camera on?
We have to use this and this. That's the way people hear. Yeah, so we can turn out, we can cut the stream and go back to what we had,
Or
and
we
then
can stream it using the laptop of Igor and be on Zoom with the other one.
yeah.
Yes.
That's just ticking a box. We really need to
Only problem is that on streaming, we will not get the presentation.
That's fine.
We will just get the audience.
We're gonna do that to
Nice.
Okay.
Then we do
No
that.
one will really be there anyway.
Okay.
It's my mistake. And then
Streaming.
do the
Just start and then do the stream in the background. Just start and then do the stream in the background.
If I
Yeah, you can put it someplace in parallel.
if I can have the chair, one chair, and you take that one. Thank you.
Okay. You can just start.
Can we see the things on Zoom? And can we put the programs?
And then if we show Zoom, we want that screen up here so that we can see it. Or if we stop sharing this.
We can't think about the rest of sharing the slideshow.
Yeah, that's what we want to begin with. share the program?
There we have those.
Yes.
And then.
They can just sit for the cameras. Can I? Oh no. Okay.
And then I can put the program up.
Stand over here. Can they hear us as well? Can you hear me speaking? Oh, you can. Okay. Sorry about the technical issues. We're trying to live stream and also do the Zoom at the same time, and it's got a little bit complicated, but we're getting there. Okay. Are we ready? Are we going to try and share the program? Can we share the program, or should we just not? Just maybe don't try and complicate it. Okay. Okay. Right. So I think we're ready to start. Are we ready to start? Yeah. So sorry. So as I've explained, we've got two various things going on, and trying to get them to work in synergy is really complicated, but we've got there, we think. So first of all, again, welcome. Thank you very, very much for making the effort to come here. It's really wonderful to have us all in the room. Some of us met in Brussels last year, which was great, when we were writing the proposal, but we've got the group has expanded. So what we would like to do first is obviously just introduce everybody. So go around the room and the Zoom room so that everyone knows each other. So I'll go first. I'm Amanda Machin. I'm University of Acton in Norway, but I'm not Norwegian. My research is environmental politics and radical democracy. So I know very little about digitalisation and twin transition, but I'm learning a lot. I coordinated the proposal writing, and I will coordinate the project for the next 3 years. So I'll be the scientific coordinator. We'll go to Marta in a minute, who will be the kind of face of the admin. Yeah, so we're here for 2 days. I know some of you will be leaving tomorrow at a certain time, so we're trying to cram in a lot today. So we're going to go through a lot of the basics, but we do have some super important things also tomorrow. So Wolfgang, who's our project officer, who's up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, will be talking us through his side of things. And Lars will be doing some details about financial reporting tomorrow, so that's also important. But today we're kind of going to give a big overview and then kind of get into the details of the different work packages and so on, some of the admin stuff and the team stuff and all of that. So we're going to start. Fire. Am I supposed to mention fire exits? As far as I know, there's a fire lead through this exit. And also the programme, which we were going to try and share on the screen, but we gave up because it was another technical complication. Oh, we did it! I was just going to talk you through the programme so you know when the coffee breaks are and when the lunch breaks are, or at least when we plan them. So we're having a coffee break at 11:30. I guess we might start a little bit late now. But before that, we're going to give an introduction of everybody, and I'm just going to give an overview of the project, just to give us an idea of why we're doing this project, what's the kind of big picture. Then we're going to go straight into the work packages. So work package 1, 2, 3, 4, but also the communication work package, which is led by University of CBU. Super important, so they're going to go before lunch. So lunch is from 1 till 2, and then we finish at 5 o'clock this evening. We have a couple of hours, and then we have the dinner at 7. Then tomorrow morning we start at, can we move for 9? Is it 9? Yes. We start at 9. We go through work package 6 and 7, which is the super important co-creation labs work package led by Uvan. And then we have these, the kind of the nitty-gritty financial reporting and project officer talking through the European project side of it. And then after that, I guess several people will have left, but we're going to hold a kind of workshop about how we can work together. Like, what do we think some of the challenges and risks are, and what do we think some of the solutions are of sort of working together as a consortium. Okay? Does that sound okay? Have I missed anything? Harry? No? Okay. Good. Okay, so I suggest we go round the room. Oh, I'm just going to go around the screen then. So, Minadora, do you want to just explain who you are and what your role is in the project? Can you hear me? Mina, can you hear?
Hello.
Hello, I just want you to introduce yourself briefly.
I don't hear very well.
Can you introduce yourself? Where's the microphone?
It's there.
Ah.
It's supposed to be there.
Can you introduce yourself, Mina?
Okay, me first.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hello everyone. My name is Minadora Soltidean. I'm professor at Jamlaga University of Sibiu, and I teach and research in the field of journalism and communication and PR at the Faculty of Social Humanities in Jamlaga University of Sibiu. And here with us is Adina, my colleagues and friend. So you'll be the next, Adina.
Yeah.
Say some words about you.
Hello, good morning to everyone. My name is Adina Pintia. I work as a lecturer within the Department of Social Work, Journalism, Communication and Public Relations and Sociology within the Lucian Blaga University. I teach radio journalism and English as a second language within the field of communication and public relations. Here, within the team from Lucian Blaga University, we will be in charge with the communication work packages. So, on a personal note, I'm looking forward to be involved in this project and learn new things together as a team. Thank you.
Thank you, Dina. Peter, I saw he sent a message. What did he? Can you speak, Peter, or is it?
He's coming in.
He's 20 minutes. Okay, yeah. All right, let's do you later then. Wolfgang, do you want to introduce yourself now? I know you're going to be giving a longer presentation tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Everything's fine?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So thanks for having me, and sorry that I wasn't able to make it in person, even if it's not so far away. But as I'm only the backup PO, as soon as Samuela will be back from her maternity leave, she will take it over. So presumably will be by mid-February, end of February. And we did the grant agreement preparation during summer, so unfortunately for you it was summertime, which was a bit cumbersome, but sorry for that. And also congratulations that you made it, because you know these calls are quite competitive, so you can be really proud of you and your proposal, that everything went so smooth, that you were funded right now. And tomorrow I will give you the presentation on the project management. If I'm with you, Amanda, and your coordinating team, when it comes up to the session this morning, if there is anything from my side to complement, I just will raise the hand and interfere if fine. And otherwise, if there are any questions you would have, please collect them during the day, and I try my very best to answer them by tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
That's really helpful.
Thanks.
Yeah. I guess a few things might be repeated, but probably important things to repeat, so that's okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, and then we have two members of our advisory board. So the advisory board, we've got a fantastic group of people, really amazing people. But they couldn't all come at the same time, so they're going to be introducing themselves sort of ad hoc. But we have two people in the Zoom room already. So we have Jacob Torfing, who is Mr. Co-Creation. So we're very happy he's agreed to be in the advisory board. Jacob, do you hear me okay? Do you want to introduce yourself just briefly?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Hello everybody. I'm a professor at Roskilde University in Denmark, and I've been doing research in governance networks and collaborative governance and co-creation for a great many years. Actually right now I'm the PI of a big global project called Go Green, where we are looking into the governance of local green co-creation projects all over the world, and we just concluded 36 case studies from 28 countries around the globe to gain insight into what does it take to govern co-creation for green sustainability transitions. So I'm looking forward to follow this, and I'm also very interested in the multi-level governance aspect of your research here.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to learn more today and in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to be in the advisory board. And we also have Hager, who, and I actually don't know how to pronounce your surname actually, Hager, because Norwegians tend to go with first names. I've never had to actually pronounce it. But Hager's also from the University of Amsterdam. She will play the role of the Gender and Equality Advisor. She's the head of the Centre of Gender and Equality at the University of Amsterdam. Is that correct, Hager? Do you want to introduce yourself?
No, I'm not actually the head, but I'm leading the research project on the gendered career trajectories. That is sort of also an institutional project, and I've been sort of concerned with gender and diversity in my research and teaching for a number of years. So I guess that's why I'm here at the advisory board in that capacity. Yeah, and my surname is Valvik.
Okay, it's not that hard. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Hager. Thank you very much. Okay, so I guess we won't go to Peter yet. We'll go around the room. Do you want to start, Martha?
Yeah. So my name is Martha. I work as an advisor at the Department of Political Science, and will be kind of the administrative person for this project to take on practical questions, anything you might wonder, where Amanda will take more of the scientific coordination. You will hear more about it for the work package 1.
Hello everybody, I'm Peter and Florian from Luchambaga University of Seville. I'm professor in political science and electrical engineering. I'm coordinating the team from ULBS regarding work package 8 of dissemination, communication and exploration plan. And I'm also IT officer of for them Alliance. With this occasion I came in the group with University of Amsterdam to work together on this project. And I'm led some projects, some European projects on different topics, more on digital skills and circular economy, sustainability, and hopefully to bring our knowledge besides the dissemination in this project.
Okay, hi, I'm Ramesh Brat. I'm also from the University of Seville. I'm professor in computer science, and we are working on the dissemination work package with the website creation and all the other tools required.
Yeah, my name is Patricia Hagel. I'm from the Metropolitan Region Rhein-Neckar. We have different states in our area, and the economy is also struggling with governance issues because we have 3 states very close, and the infrastructure topics are, we have to take them together. And in our metropolitan region, we also have settlement that the 3 states work together for different issues like regional planning. That's why we participate from education. I'm from engineering, information and public works. I also did some sustainability topics in my studies, but now I'm team leader of digital infrastructure and public works. So my team and I support this project, and I'm very happy to join, and curious what we work on and help our economy in different topics. So I think we would use case to work with you guys. But
Hi, I'm Karin Kosak. I'm a postdoc at UIA, or student postdoc at UIA with the project, and my research focuses on representation and collaborative governance and governance networks.
Hi, my name is Jean Botin. I'm a postdoc at the University of Rouen. Our research is on democratic innovation and collaborative democracy, and I will be involved in the co-creation lab.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the colleague of Jean, and we have a third colleague, Peter, who is on the trip, so you will see his face quite soon. And I'm also involved in World Package 7, but more to come tomorrow.
Ayda. I work as an international advisor in Agder County Municipality, which is a politically elected regional authority in south part of Norway. And we will mainly be involved in work package 4 and in work package 7.
Yeah, my name is Stefan Ganzel. I'm a professor of political science and head of department at the Department of Political Science and Management at UIA. I'm working on differentiation in the European Union and the interface of international relations and international organizations. So focusing on international public administration in more recent years. I've been involved in that project from its beginning, so still recall the days when we had our first exploratory talks, so together with Simona and Yannis and Amanda, and I'm also basically supporting together with Jarle Tonal, another colleague from UIA, and UIO, who couldn't make it today because he is involved in another project right now, completing one. I'm supporting Amanda and also Katrin in terms of the scientific leadership of this project. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Thank you.
My name is Piero Tortola. I'm from the University of Groningen, which is the one Dutch university, a couple of hours north, well, not really, but a couple of hours north of here. I'm a political scientist at the University of Groningen, and I will be in this project. I will be working, and people at the University of Groningen will be working mostly on work package 3, which we lead, and it's on city networks within the context of multi-level governance in the green transition. But we'll also be doing some work in work package 2 and another work package, a later work package, I want to say 6, but
Yeah, 6 is right.
right? That is more policy oriented. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Carsten Aus. I'm from the Agder County Municipality. My main responsibility is I'm running our office in Brussels. And in this project here, I will together with John Halver, we will represent our region and we will work, as Johan said, in work package 4, 7, and 8. Yes.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Yannis Papadopoulos. I'm a professor of political science at the Institute of Political Studies of the University of Lausanne in Switzerland. I'm a public policy analyst. I mainly work on decision-making processes. I have worked on multi-level and collaborative governance with a focus especially on issues of accountability and legitimacy. We recently coordinated in Lausanne a Horizon 2020 consortium on trust in regulatory governance that was completed a few months ago. And in this consortium, we are leading with my colleague Philippe Klein, who is here, and with Sean Müller, who unfortunately couldn't make it. We are leading work package 2, which is on conceptual formation. We hope to be able to constructively contribute to the consortium. We are also involved in some other work packages as well. Anyway, looking forward to our work.
Hi everyone, my name is Catherine Arena. I am a PhD within the framework of this project I just started. And I really have a little bit of experience working on city networks, so my job will be to work within the package 3 under close supervision. And I'm affiliated to the University of Groningen.
My name is Jarle Tonal. I'm very wary of how I pronounce my name because our colleague Jarle is not here today, which is a relief for me, because it usually creates a lot of confusion. So when people read my name, they think a tall Norwegian guy walks in, and it's me showing up. So thank God he's not with us. I guess he's on the turbulence project, right? Anyway, so he's like the man is busy, man, so we know this.
name is Simon Schaub, and I'm a postdoc at Heidelberg University, working very closely with Jarle and to Katarina. And yeah, I'm a postdoc. I mostly work on environmental politics, and recently a lot on climate politics, a lot on policy, mostly on policy making, but also on attitudes and public opinion on even policy making. Yes, I will have a mostly supporting role, and I'm very happy to contribute to work package 4, and I'm very curious to learn and also to be involved in all the other work packages. Yeah, looking forward to great days.
Okay, hello everybody, my name is Philipp Trein. I'm an assistant professor in public administration and public policy in Lausanne. My work is on different topics also in public administration and policy, notably I'm interested in questions of complexity in governance arrangements, influences on policy effectiveness and policy change. So this is the broad topic I'm working on. In this project I will be working on work package 2 with Yannis Papadopoulos and Sean Müller. And we also have some person month for the empirical work packages where we will contribute. So I'm looking forward to the project and to working with all of you in the next years.
My name is Emanuela Bozzini. I'm from the University of Trento in Italy. I'm a professor in political sociology, and my research is on environmental policy in particular. And in this project I will deal with work package 5 mainly, which is about cross-border regions and infrastructure building.
Yeah, I'm Simona Piantonio, also from the University of Trento, and yeah, I work together with Emanuele and another member who couldn't be here on work package 5, plus I will also contribute to work package 2 on conceptualization. In the past I worked on multi-level governance, and I am now focusing more on democracy, and so I'm very happy to hear also that there are people who do, deliberative participatory democracy. If I may ask of all of you, for my sake, but I think also for the people connected, if we could all speak a little louder than we normally do, because I couldn't catch all the names, and I think that also those connected could not. So just, to make everyone more involved. Thank you.
Great. So I think that was everybody. Peter, are you ready to introduce yourself?
You now have to speak there.
I have to. What you want to? Peter, are you ready to introduce yourself?
He wrote something.
Almost arriving. Okay, so we'll come back to Peter. Okay, so again, thank you. It's just great to have, as I said, everybody from all of the different work packages and the different members. And also, I mean, Wolfgang sort of reminded me we should also be congratulating ourselves too. I forgot to say that. Like it was competitive. It was a bit of a tough process, but we were successful. So I think we should also take, maybe later at dinner we can celebrate our success. For now, we're going to get into the next 3 years though.
Actually, I'm sorry if I think I speak for everybody congratulating the Agder team.
Yeah, come on.
You know that these sort of projects have collective action dynamics at play, so that the coordinator ends up doing most of the work. So.
Yeah. Although I was sending, I remember just sort of firing off hundreds of emails to all of you to ask questions, and you all got back, really quickly, really helpfully. So it was definitely a team effort. Yeah, but also thanks very much to the ACTA team for their, particularly Karen and Christina, who were really there with me to the, literally to the 10:30 at night stage, and yeah, thank you. Okay, so yeah, we better get to the details of the next 3 years though. But I wanted to start really by kind of giving us an overview of like what are we actually trying to do in this project? Where does it fit in the bigger picture? Just before we dig into the details. Can I share the presentation? Yeah, that's it. Do you want to just click? Can I click or you? Maybe it's better.
You're the boss.
Okay, so one question that people tend to ask me when I mention the project, more than anything else, because we've got these kind of different things going on. We've got multi-level governance, we've got co-creation, we've got twin transition, and twin transition is the one that people sort of are most mystified by. So what is twin transition? Well, twin transition is the bringing together of green transformation, green sustainable transition that the European Union is very, very committed to with the, for example, the European Green Deal. Ursula von der Leyen, it's sort of her growth strategy for the European Union. So this is one strand of the green transition, is the green transition. So the European Green Deal states the ambition that Europe becomes the first climate neutral continent, right? So this is the green transformation, which probably we're all aware of through the various policies put in place to move to net zero. But then we also at the same time have the digital transition. And the European Union is also very committed to this transformation. And it wants to become a global role model for digitalisation, the digital economy. So it wants a digitalisation that is responsible, that is ethical, that is inclusive. So this is another big project. And the twin transition is basically about bringing those two transitions together. So this is what the twin transition is. And this twin transition, or twinned transition, is has become a kind of important area of research in its own right, because of course there are synergies there, but there are also tensions. And so maybe a little bit provocatively, I want to first of all talk about the tensions, or rather the kind of complete clash at the moment between digitalisation and sustainability. So first of all, as you're probably all aware, and I've got some figures here to share with you. So the amount of energy used by digital technologies is massively increasing, and is projected to increase. So I've got one quote here, which was from a few years ago, but I think it probably still holds. It's the internet. If the internet was a country, it would be the 6th biggest electricity consumer on the planet, right? So digitalization is using up a lot of energy, and it's also, of course, creating a lot of waste, which is also not very good for the environment. So a record of 62 million tonnes of e-waste was produced in 2022, and that's actually been predicted to rise to 1.5 million, it's predicted to move to 82 million tonnes by in the next few years. And that is enough, or in fact this amount produced in 2022 is enough to fill 40-ton trucks forming a bumper-to-bumper line around the equator. Okay, so I sort of thought that image is something that, remained with me when I read it. So at the moment, there are definitely a lot of tensions between the green transition and the digital transition. But there is also potential to bring them together. And that is what the European Union is committed to. And that's, as I said, a lot of interesting work going on in that. And an important role for social science, right? So we're not engineers, we're all social scientists. And what is important for social scientists is look at how these two transitions are being brought together and affect the inclusivity of that, the democracy of that, the efficiency of that, and we're looking at the governance of that transition, right? We are interested in this project, perhaps more generally, in the governance of this transition. So, and in fact, and this comes across in the statements made by both the European Union and the research, is that if it's not governed properly, it just doesn't happen. And it certainly doesn't happen democratically and inclusively and efficiently. So the European Commission is committed to bringing these technologies, to making digital technologies work for the green transition. And Ursula von der Leyen's committed to twin transition, which is offering a world where we can use digital technologies to build a healthier, greener society. And there are various ways this can happen. And I think what's interesting here is that these technologies are sort of emerging, right? They haven't emerged yet, they're emerging. So there might be AI-powered robotics that can improve crop yields, reduce manual labour costs, smart energy grids, which can offer energy storage solutions, high performance computing, generates models that can provide information on climate change impacts, digital platforms enable car sharing, 3D printers can help the construction industry, reduce waste, localise production and save energy, air quality sensors can be integrated into digital advertising to notify the public, digital sensors can provide timely information of landslides to aid effective planning, and transportation can be electrified. And I think transportation is going to be interesting to work on electrified. So all of these things can, potentially allow the twin transition to happen. Sorry, I was doing that late last night and I couldn't. But what we're interested in is how can that be governed? How can we govern this democratically and effectively and inclusively and fairly? So the European Commission has stated itself, and this was in relation to a joint research committee report, to make the most out of the twin transition, proactive and integrative management will be needed. The digital transition will be spearheaded mainly by the private sector due to its huge economic potential, to harness its benefits of greening and to limit its harmful effects. State and civil society engagement will be necessary. And so this is what we want to do in our project, right? So that's the big picture. This is what we want to contribute to in our project. So this was the goal that we wrote in our proposal. So our goal is to promote a just, inclusive and democratic twin transition by advancing actionable knowledge of co-creation to help policymakers at all levels develop and implement effective, legitimate and better informed policy within the multi-level governance system of the European Union, right? So that is our overarching aim. That's what all of the work packages should be somehow contributing to in different ways. Sorry, my... So what we want to do is, so we're interested in the governance of it, and so... Sorry? We're interested...
Will you send the slides afterwards?
Yeah, I should have said, Marta.
Yeah, we will make all the presentations available in the project, as well as the recording of this 2 days.
We're recording, so this will be somewhere.
Yeah, I will make it available for everyone
Yeah,
in the project.
we are going to ask you to share, so we have all the presentations in a folder on Teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you can't access, you just ask me.
Yeah. Can we move to the next slide?
Yeah.
Or should I just keep talking? Okay. So we're looking at the governance. We're looking at multi-level governance, and I'm very wary of trying to do a definition of multi-level governance since we have some, the top experts in multi-level governance in the room. But I have tried to put a definition up on the next slide. And what we want to do is not just look at multi-level governance and how the twin transition is being governed across these different levels and arenas of governance, but look at how we can bring co-creation into multi-level governance. And again, we've got Jacob who knows a lot more about co-creation than I do. Can we move to the next slide? Yeah. So we're trying to bring in co-creation into multi-level governance. And work package 2 will be, I guess, this is the plan, you'll tell us more later, showing how we can do different conceptual possibilities, or the way we conceptualize bringing co-creation into multi-level governance programs, right? You're looking at me like I'm saying something.
You're seeming to raise expectations. We're certainly not going to fulfill, but we will have a discussion.
That's it. We're looking at the conceptual possibilities of bringing these two very big concepts together. Right, so there we have it. So, multi-level governance. This is my definition. You could well correct me if I'm wrong.
Policy processes extend over different levels and areas of government. Got the definition written down. Also working through networks and involving public bodies, voluntary associations, civil society organisations,
private actors and expert committees. Okay?
And then we have co-creation. And this is a process, and I guess it's a more of a normative. So multi-level governance is a more of a descriptive. And co-creation is a kind of normative ideal, which is aimed at solving wicked problems by connecting relevant and affected actors from public and private arenas in a form of non-hierarchical and thick participation. So a little bit like deliberative democracy processes, but somehow different, and we can maybe talk about that. So Min is obviously an expert in deliberative democracy. So in some ways it kind of echoes what deliberative democracy is doing. And it also involves experimental and creative problem solving, challenging conventional wisdom, and developing new solutions. So these are these two big terms that we are working with in our project, and looking at how we can bring those two together around twin transition. So these are some of the key questions. How might co-creation be incorporated into multi-level governance of twin transition? What are the potential benefits and the challenges of doing that? Right. So we're scientists. There's obviously the practical policy recommendations, but we also want to look at the scientific, critically scientific challenges of doing that. We're asking the question, can co-creation help multi-level governance work more effectively, inclusively, and democratically? Okay, so those are the big questions, and these are the contributions that we will make to the field, the scientific field and the policy field. So first of all, we'll extend and consolidate an international network, and we're already doing that today, and we've already done that through the proposal writing. So that's very exciting for me to be part of this network. And in bringing deliberative democracy and co-creation experts and multi-level governance and twin transition, I think this is very exciting, and then the start of potentially other research and other projects. More practically, we're going to study 6 cases at 3 critical sites of twin transition in the European Union, mapping the operation of its existing multi-level governance system to identify challenges, tension, and opportunities for co-creation with multi-level governance. So we'll hear from the 3 empirical work packages later, who will be looking at city networks, rural, urban, peri-urban regions, and cross-border regions. So those will be doing the kind of empirical weight of the project. We're going to be creating a new conceptual model of multi-level governance, co-creation, and as well as generating these empirical data sets. We are going to innovate co-creation, so we're not just going to observe it, but actually innovate it through our 4 co-creation labs, which will be led by Louvain and Min and Jan. 2 online, 2 offline. I'm sure they're going to tell us more about that tomorrow. We're going to synthesize the findings from all of this research into policy recommendations, as well as publishing high-quality scientific research. We're going to produce 5 policy briefs, and I can give you the dates if you like, but with different work packages. We'll also be creating a co-creation manual that will come through the work package that Karen and I will be working on in particular with Piero and his team. We're creating a documentary film. So that's right, work package 6. We'll come to that later.
We're involved in the manual per se, or in a paper. But
I see. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. But that's part of the work package 6, which is kind of synthesizing all that. Yeah, we'll get to that later. We're going to create a documentary film. So the University of Sibiu, particularly Mina and Adina, will be guest starting that early with the documentary film. So filming, putting it all together. So we, rather than having a final event, we will launch our documentary film to share with as widely as we can. And we're going to communicate and disseminate the project results through various channels and our website, and that will all be done by Sibiu and Remus and Adrian here to talk us through that next, so later on this morning. Right, so how are we going to do it? And I don't really need to go through this. This is all in the from the.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi.
Finally made it.
You
Sorry
made
for the
it.
delay.
Yeah, nice to have you here.
Likewise.
Take a seat and we'll
All right.
introduce you later when you've had a yeah. So we have 9 project partners. You've all introduced yourselves, so I don't need to go through that now. But obviously from across Europe, which is very exciting. We have 8 work packages. Again, you would have seen this diagram if you were part of the proposal writing, but just to talk you through it, we obviously have work package 1 is the project management, that's UIA. We have work package 8 is communication, dissemination, exploitation, which is Sibiu, and that will be kind of overarching the entire project. We then have this, what we call the assessment block, which is the kind of empirical work that will be looking at the different sites, critical sites of twin transition, which will be Groningen, Trento and Heidelberg. Then we have our innovation block, which is the conceptual development done by University of Lausanne, so Yanis and Philip and Sean, and the experimental co-creation labs, University of Louvain. And then we have the synthesis block. So conceptual development starts early, right? And the experimental co-creation labs sort of start late, actually, in the project. But all of this is the kind of innovation block of the project. And then the synthesis will be a kind of key work package that Karen and I will be overseeing, hopefully, which will be kind of putting this all together and generating the policy recommendations and the co-creation manual. Right, and we have 3 years to do this. So, yeah, that's the end of my presentation for now. Any questions? Anything come up? Anybody from the Zoom room? Hopefully you've been following it. I can't see their face. Should we try and share their?
There's 4 comments there.
Ah, okay. Would you like to introduce yourself now?
Sure, yeah. So I'm Peter. Hello everybody, nice to see you in person. I'm part of the event team. I was recently hired as a research assistant to work on this project and also another project. And also working mainly on citizen participation, citizen assemblies, and so on. So looking forward to working on work package 7.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, Rose.
Yes. Can you say a bit more about the calendar of workshops, events, and travel that we are?
Yeah, okay. Yes. Maybe we should do that part of what, maybe we should do that. I was going to do that, but it gets very complicated. We've got all the deliverables and the tasks. The calendar events, the main event, where we all come together next is in month 20, which will be organised by the University of Actor, and that event will bring us hopefully all together again in Kristiansand. We will be able to then hopefully see the site for one of the co-creation labs. So we have 2 online labs, 2 offline. The offline one will be in the border
between Belgium,
Germany, and
Germany.
Yeah. So the challenges of doing that in a cross-border region. And then the other one will be in Kristiansand. So we will host you at the University of Actor. Not quite sure the details yet, but that will be month 20. So maybe we can ask you to kind of block that out already in your calendars. So month 20 would be.
It's even later than that because we start.
But the consortium meeting is month 20. So you will then. So we'll be able to see kind of the beginnings of your plans in September. Is it September? We'll come back to. Yes.
So wait, before 120, there is no other moment in which we meet?
Well,
subsets of us?
we will be, yeah, so we're going to talk about that in the project management, I think, because I wanted to kind of just give an overview. But we will be setting up, I'm planning, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but I'm assuming like monthly budget can be, I guess, can be used for.
I was kind of assuming that we would have a few workshops, but I mean, again,
Yeah,
not.
okay. Well, we can talk about that, but we haven't. I assume that would be done in a kind of more of an ad hoc way.
I don't know. I mean, I'm asking.
We are using this budget to attend the workshop today, so our own budget, so we can use it
exactly.
for future workshops as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we haven't planned anything.
Right. No, that was my question exactly. If we already have something planned or
yeah.
not.
No, not. We haven't planned anything yet, but that will come up. Yeah, but that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah.
Just to come a little bit to your question, because it's very good, and also when I present a draft form of communication, dissemination, and exploitation plan to Amanda, you said about a list of events on how partners will, how to say, will assume a little bit to do a conference or a workshop or some events, not necessarily large, but also small. And when I discuss about work package 8, I will make a proposal about what we already think a little bit, but everybody could come with their proposal. So one solution could be also in October this year, to Innovation Days. It's a large event that we organize. Now this year will be the 6th year edition. We can have such a either panel in a conference regarding our project, or a separate workshop with different, and organize together with your input, because you are more, let's say, appropriate to say.
What I assumed is that the consortium would be attending conferences and panels and so on, but that we haven't actually, we've written that in the proposal, that's what we're planning, but we haven't established which conferences and when. But it's important,
Yeah, but
obviously, that we do that. And
I also think that there should be, I mean, it helps at some moments that it's just for us, for the project, right? Some workshops that, so if there is budgetary space and if it fits your plans, I would also recommend that we try to also commit to doing that. If that works for you guys.
Yeah.
There's a question from Jakob.
Oh, yeah. Jacob, do you want to go ahead?
I just had a very brief comment, if you have time for that, otherwise.
Definitely.
Okay, so, well, congratulations. I think many of these ideas, they sound very good to me. I really do think that the green transition and the digital transition must work and will benefit from working in tandem. And I also think that co-creation may be a viable strategy for advancing these transitions, because exactly co-creation is not only about collaboration, but also about spurring and enhancing innovation, bringing about new solutions and so on, like digital and green solutions. I think the challenge is for co-creation to work at multiple levels, because co-creation is distinctive and separates itself from other forms of collaborative governance by really having participation of citizens, and it's just notoriously that it's difficult to get citizen participation at both national and transnational levels. But so that will be a challenge, and it would be very interesting to see if you can also develop new formats that will allow citizens to participate in cooperation at various levels of governance. But what I really wanted to press is this new issue of, okay, so if we want to reap the fruits of co-creation, how do we do that? Co-creation is really hard, it's troublesome, it's tiresome, it requires a lot of time and energy to orchestrate co-creation, do stakeholder analysis and get the actors on board and facilitate collaboration and all this. So how do we make sure that we have, kind of enough or more co-creation in the future? So here I think there's a very important topic that you may want to go into also, which is, how do we create platforms for co-creation? How do we create platforms with reusable templates and tools and so on that makes co-creation easy? Because right now it's so hard for many public managers to orchestrate and initiate co-creation, and that don't really reap the fruits that we could reap. So I think building platforms and turning the public sector actually into a platform organization that can support and scaffold co-creation is very, very important. So maybe you could look into this. There's a new research, I've done a little myself in this field, new research on what we call generative governance, which is about exactly building these platforms and building the tools that allow us to more easily get together and co-create solutions. So that's just a little thought of idea, something that may inspire your project, because I see this great potential in really developing new formats for co-creation.
That's really helpful. Thank you, Jacob. I've made a. Sorry, I'm looking at you that way, but I'm speaking to you this way, so it's a bit strange. Yeah. So we're going to talk tomorrow about the work package, the synthesis, where we will be actually trying to create a toolkit. We do a prototype, which is then tested out in these co-creation labs, and we're looking at, I can't remember the details now, but we'll look at the different tools that can be used. I think also the challenges as well, right? So it's not easy, and there will be sort of obstacles to doing co-creation. So we're going to be looking at the obstacles too, as well as trying to put together a toolkit of how to do it. And I'm hoping we have actual kind of policymakers in the room. This will hopefully be helpful for them when they want to put co-creation or try to put co-creation in place. Yeah, thank you very much, Jacob. Thanks. Anything else? Did we have anything in the chat?